everybody. So, as I had promised, I was going to make a video for my Indy PopCon experience. And so here it is. So I returned from Indiana on Monday, and I did try to make my video yesterday, but it decided to be like this because my computer can be quite a douchebag. So yeah, I was just like, alert, alert, alert. Oh no, what's going on? My computer just didn't like me yesterday. I'm really sorry. It was another day late. But anyway, here it all is. So I have some things to show you. So this was my VIP badge. And yes, it is signed by all of the guys. I'm like so happy. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it clearly, but right here, this is Tyler's signature in a lovely silver little smiley face. And then of course we have Bob, and Mark is way up here, and then I got Wade and Molly, and then Jack. And then on the back I got 3 more. Cause I met Sig Neutron from Face Off. That is so awesome. Like, I can't even explain how awesome it was meeting Sig. If you haven't seen Face Off, I'm sorry. I'm like so sorry. It's like, that was an awesome show. I loved it. And I got to meet him and I got pictures. I also met the completionist. The signatures right here. And I got a picture with him too. And I also met Andre Meadows, which is Black Nerd Comedy. So go check him out. He was hilarious. I actually got to see him make a video for this guy's kids and his wife, and I was laughing the entire time. It was so sweet and funny at the same time. That guy is hilarious and really nice. So that was really cool what you did. So kudos on you. I also got collector's cards because they were having collector's cards throughout the convention, and unfortunately I was not able to get them all, but I did get the 5 YouTubers. So I'm gonna start with Bob's card. Da-da-da! Isn't that awesome? And he's got like a little invader like guy on the back, just pew 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 pew, and it says "son of a dang it." And then we have Lord Minion 777 himself, Wade. I love that. It's that derpy face. It's so funny. And yes, he has a little kitty cat on his. And yes, this is the only one that I got signed. It has both his signature and Molly's signature, because I actually got to meet Molly on Sunday. I did not get to meet her on Friday like I had hoped. I saw her while I was in line, and I was just like, oh my god, like Molly's here. And I wanted to get a picture with her, but she like disappeared off the scenes, and I was just like, oh no, so I had to go like find her, and she appeared out of nowhere on Sunday. But yes, I got that. And Wade's little saying on the front of his, it says, "Get your head out of my thong." Wow. I remember when they were talking about like making Wade thongs on Twitter when that discussion was going on. I was just like, oh no, no. Just no. No, 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 please. And then my favorite, of course, Markiplier. Isn't that awesome? I love this. This is like my favorite card by far. I love it. And of course, he has a little kitty cat. But I think that it should have had a puppy on his. Like, I'm sorry, but the guy loves animals, but we all know he's a dog person, just like me. And I think it should have had a little puppy. But, oh well. And we all know what Mark's saying on this would be. So his says, "And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye." I totally love that card. My favorite card of all. And then we have like a boss himself. We have Jacksepticeye. Isn't that awesome? That's just like so awesome. I love it. And of course, he has a little kitty cat on there too. Meow, 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 meow. Like a boss is what his says. And then I have the completionist. Check out that bad boy. Isn't that awesome? I just love it. And he's got the invader too. So and it says, with that in mind, guys, this game gets our completionist ratings of completed. Yes! So awesome. These cards are so awesome, and I will cherish them forever. So, like, yeah, that was so cool that I got to get all of those cards. I got Wade's by Wade himself because I actually was on the search for his and I could not find it. And then on Sunday, I walked out into the halls and like he was right there, and I froze because I was Minnie Mouse and I was just like, I was froze like a Minnie Mouse popsicle, and I was like, wait a minute, I already met you on Friday. Why am I so nervous again? So yeah, it ended up happening, and I was just like, shit. But he had like the collector's cards. He had 4 of them because we saw him put them in his pocket. I was too nervous and I couldn't move. Like, I don't know what the hell happened, but like my legs, like they freaking froze like stiff and I couldn't move. And so like my friend CJ, he decided to go up to Wade and be like, hey, you know, like, can I get one of those cards from my friend back there and can she get a picture with you? And he was like, yeah, sure, you know, like, come on up here. And I was like, yay, oh my gosh. So I went up there and I went to go talk to Wade, and I got a picture with him as Minnie Mouse, which I will show those pictures at the end of the vlog. I do promise you will see them. And yeah, he signed my card. And then out of nowhere, Molly popped out of nowhere and just was like right there next to me. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So like I had to get a picture with her too. And she signed my card as well. So I was like, yay, I got both of them. It's so awesome. And then here comes where it gets all interesting. So now where it gets all interesting. On Friday, when I got to meet all the guys, I had been standing in line, and luckily for me, I wasn't in the way back. I actually was about past the first row. So it was like, you know, like here was them, and here was like the start of the line. It went like back here like this and around, and I was like right here. And like Mark had actually came like over to the side and was like saying hi to all of us, and like I saw him and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know what to say. I was gonna wave hi, but I was just like and I froze because I couldn't believe I was like looking at him. And like he actually was talking to one of the other guys that was there, and I think he was the one that gave Mark the custom little amiibo. I think it was Brad Hale that did that. I don't know if that's who it was. I'm guessing that's who it was. But anyways, like he was talking to him, and as he was talking, like I just like slowly lifted up my phone and just like snapped a picture, and I was just like, oh my gosh, and it came out like really cute because he was in the middle of talking, and I was just like, oh, that's so cute. So like I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I was like, guys, snap this cute little pic, and I was so happy. But anyways, when I got up to the front of the line, like it was just like Bob, Wade, Jack, and Mark. Tyler disappeared. I had to go on a search for him afterwards, but I'll get to that. So when I got there, I was all like super excited because I was gonna meet all of my heroes in one swift beeline. So it was just like, meow. And I was like so ready, but not really. It's like I got up there and I had everything rehearsed in my brain, and then I just went, and like everything just kind of died. My brain fumbled off into the water and it died. I was like, okay, like please come back, brain, I need you. So that was when I had got up to Bob, and I had gifts for all of them because I wanted to give something, you know, from my heart to give to them, so they'd have something to, you know, cherish and remember me by. And I had gave Bob a little Enderman, Minecraft Enderman from like figure, and I remember giving it to him, and he was just like, "Oh," he's like, "I hate these guys, but thank you," and I was just like, "Damn." I felt so bad because I was like, I wanted to get one of the other figures, you know, like as a person, you know, but they didn't have any. They only had like 2, and I was just like, fuck. So I had to get, you know, something for Bob from Minecraft because I mean, like that's like their thing. Like, and I love drunk Minecraft. I'm sorry, but that shit is funny. Like, I cannot help but laugh when they play that. So, I got Bob Enderman, and he was just like, "Oh, I hate these guys." And I was like, "Darn it!" But he still thanked me, and I got a picture with him, and I didn't get to talk to him very much. It was like maybe like roughly 2 minutes. because I know like there was a lot of people that were like behind me and were wanting to get to talk to them and get pictures, which was completely understandable. So I was trying not to take up as much of the guys' time, just so that, you know, they can meet more of the fans. But some of the other fans were kind of a little greedy because I mean, they were posting on like the group page on Facebook, you know, like 4 to 5 different pictures with them and, you know, videos and stuff. And it just kind of made me feel a little bummed out. I only got one picture with each of them and I only got to speak to them for like a few minutes. But regardless, I mean, I was really grateful that I got to at least meet them and speak to them. 'Cause now I know they at least have my gifts. So that made me at least, you know, happy that I got to do that. Um, and then when I kind of like slinked my way over to Wade, because he was the next up, I saw Wade and I like just spazzed. I was just like, "Can I have a hug?" He's like, "Of course you can," and like gave me like the biggest hug ever. And I was just like, "Oh my gosh!" When I was looking at like Bob and Wade, I was freaked out because they are tall as hell. I was just like, "Hi," you know. So they ended up like giving me a hug, and like Wade gave me a hug, and I told him I had something to give to him too from Minecraft, and I got him the little character named Steven, and I got that one because like he had like this full beard going on like how Wade does, and I was just like, that is so Wade, like right there, like I have to give this to him. So I had gave him that and he was like, "Yes," and he's like, "That's so cool." He's like, "Thank you." And I was talking to him about how one of my favorite episodes was Minecraft 69, the boat race, and he was all like asking me, he's like, "Wait," he's like, "Was that the boat race one?" And I was like, "Yes." And I told him that I was really happy because on Tumblr I actually had made an audio clip of it, um, and I titled it Minecraft number 69 or pound 69 as you call it. But I ended up uh doing the skit from when Wade was like, "I cov you," and Mark's like, "You cov me?" And then he's like, "Take your cov and shove it up your kittle white ass." They all just broke out laughing. And I was so happy because Mark actually liked and reblogged that post on Tumblr. It's the only one he's ever noticed of mine, but it still is something that made me really happy. So I was glad that happened. And I have like over, geez, I think I have like between 3,500 and almost 4,000 likes and reblogs from that. Like the minute Mark had posted it to his Tumblr, like my phone would not stop flooding. It was just like up and down. I was like, "Holy crap." I was like, Mark has power. So like, yeah, that was cool. But like Wade and I were talking about it, and he was like, "Oh, that was a boat race, and I'm pretty sure I won that one, didn't I?" And I was like, "I don't know, I can't quite remember." And I was like, we were just conversing about it like derps, and um, he was like, "I can't really recall much of it because I was really drunk," and I was like, "I know." And then I went to go walk away, and I remembered I also had something else for him, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Wait, wait, wait, wait!" So like I had to stop the next person coming, and I was like, "Wait, I have one more gift for you," and I was like, "I have your own little minion," because I had a little minion plushie, and he took it from me. And he's like, "I have my own little minion," and just held it up, and everyone was like, "Yay!" And there was a zipper, of course, in the back of it. So he unzips it and he's all like, "Now I can see what's inside your brains." And like somebody in the back of the line was like, "Stop fingering the minion, Wade." And he's like, "Sorry." I just threw it in the back. I was laughing hysterically. I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's funny." And then so then like he thanked me and I was like, "See ya," you know. And then I slinked my way over to the boss himself, and I saw Jack. And when I got to Jack, like, I almost cried because I was so happy to see him. And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, like, I'm seeing Jacksepticeye for the first time. This is so cool." And, but I kept my composure, you know, and I was really happy to see him. And I told him I had a gift for him too, because I did. And he was like, "Oh, you made this for me," and I was like, "No, I have something for you." And he's like, "Oh," he's like, "What is it?" And I flipped out this green T-shirt and I said, "I hope you like the Avengers." And I flipped it around. He took it from me and he flipped it and looked at it and he was like, "Ah!" Just like big smiles and laughs. And he was like, "Oh my God!" He's like, "That's awesome." What it was it was a T-shirt that had a picture of the Hulk on it, and he's going like, "Arr!" all mad, and it says, "I'd flex, but I like this shirt." In big bold black letters, and Jack had a field day with it. He loved it. So I was extremely happy that I saw him happy because of my gift. And he was like, "Thank you." And I went up to him and I told him um, that his videos like were extremely funny and that I absolutely loved, what he does, and he was amazing. And he's like, "Well, thanks, but I'm really not." And I was like, "Shut up." I'm like, "Yes, you are." I'm like, "You are totally awesome." And he was like, "Well, thank you." And then I told him that one of my favorite videos that he did with the guys was Cards Against Humanity. That was hilarious as hell. Like, I could not stop laughing because, like, it seriously is a very dirty game and it's fun and addicting. So, I mean, if you have like a group of friends and you have not played it, you have to play it. But anyway, I was telling him about that, and I said that, like, when it got to the end, like between him and Mark, like how they were trying not to get each other's card. It reminded me of when I play with my friends online, and it always gets down between me and my friend Misty, because me and my best friend Misty tend to always get at the end. I don't know how, but it always happens. And we always try to not pick each other's card because one of us is always the Cesar. And it's just like, oh, crap. And it's just like, okay, this is a 50-50. It's either going to be you or me, you or me. And then it's like one of us gets it and the other one's just like, fuck. No. So like when that happened for Mark, when Jack won, I so felt Mark's pain. I was like, that's so mean right there. Damn it. And Jack was just all smiling and laughing, so it made me like really happy. I got to talk to him about something funny. But like I said, if you have not played Cards Against Humanity, I highly recommend to go online and play it because you will definitely have yourself a blast and you will laugh your ass off. Now, unfortunately, the online version, they did take away some of the cards and some of the topics, so it's kind of a bummer, but they do have the game available that you can buy, and they are the actual cards and you can play and do whatever you want, and it's like really cool. I actually got to play it with my friends when I was there in Indiana, and I had a blast. I could not stop laughing because it got really, really bad, but it was fun. And I wanted to keep playing because it's so addicting, and it was just really fun to get to play with other people, in person. So I had a lot of fun. But anyways, after when I said goodbye to Jack, that was when I was going up to see Mark. And before I got to meet him, this was the cool thing. Like, this was so cool. Just when I was getting ready to go up to him, he like ends up breaking out and doing the leg finger, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like he's doing this, he's really doing this, like this is really happening. I'm like literally right there and he's right here, and I'm witnessing this with my very own two eyes, just right up close. And I was just like, oh my God, this is so awesome. And I was just like having a field day with this, because I'm sorry, but like when Mark does that, it's like totally cool. I love it. And like everyone was in the back, like I could hear people like screaming, going, ew, ah! And just having a freak out. Me, I was sitting there like, I was all shocked, and I was just like, oh my God, like I'm witnessing this. This is so cool. And I was watching him, and like when he went to go like turn to walk away, I actually snapped a picture of him from the back. But like because I was trying to actually get a picture of him while he was facing me, but he turned, and like I got the picture in the back and it actually came out clear. So I was happy. Posted that on Tumblr and it got a ton of likes. I was like, Mark with his crazy legs. Because I'm sorry, but I love how he can like turn his legs inside out and just like do this cute little crab walk dance, and it's just so cute. It's like, I'm sorry, but if you think that's disgusting or weird, that you don't know how to live, because that was awesome. Getting to witness it in person compared to just seeing like videos that he's posted in the past of him doing that was definitely a different experience that I am not going to forget, because I'm sorry, that was cool. If somebody that could actually do that and like this cute little walk and stuff, I'm sorry, but that's really cool. And it was kind of hot too. So I was just like, hey, I'll admit it. I like a guy that can freaking do anything with his body. That's pretty cool. But, yeah. So my brain's fumbling off into La La Land. Sorry. Um, when I got up to meeting Mark after he was done doing his little crab dance of fury out there, my brain pretty much turned off like the power does in Five Nights at Freddy's. And I was just kind of sitting there waiting for 6 a.m. to come so that I could be like, ding, hi, how are you? And my brain could come back and be in full mode again. But it decided not to. So I was just like, oh. But anyways, like when I actually got to meet Mark, I do have to say that he was so sweet, like a little cupcake. And like, yeah, he really was. Like, I truly do have to say that he really is and truly always will be an amazing person and just one of the most nicest, sweetest guys I've ever met in my entire life. And I'm really grateful that I got to meet him, as well as the others too. Don't get me wrong, they're all great guys. But if anyone that's changed my life the most, that would be Mark. And I'm just really grateful that I got to meet him and that I got to talk to him for at least a few more minutes than I did with the others. Um, it was really great to see him, and I'm glad that I got to meet him face to face, because the picture I have with him is going to be a memory I will cherish for the rest of my life and I will never forget. And I just hope that my gifts that I gave him for his birthday, that they make him happy, and that my little customized storybook really touched his heart, because it was from my heart to his, and I just hope that he likes it and enjoys it. So, Mark, if you ever see my video, I really hope that, my little story made you happy, and that you know that I really do genuinely and sincerely care about you as a person, and that I do not look at you or the others as like figures or icons or celebrities. I accept you and love you as equal people. So I just hope that you are happy with your gifts and that you get to see your friends again someday soon, because I know how difficult that is to be separated from them, and you deserve to have as much time with them as anybody else out in the world has with their friends and their families. So that's all I have to say. And I just wish you all the best of luck. And of course, for my fans out there, like, I'm here for you guys as well. And so, I genuinely care and love each and every single one of you, just as Mark and those guys love all their fans. So just know that, I'm in this for you guys, and I love and care about each and every one of you. And I'm going to try so much harder to do things better and bring more entertainment for you guys. So, always be on the lookout, because I am trying my best with what I got. So bear patience, but do be aware that things will change eventually somewhere in the future. I just can't predict when. But I do promise that things will change. So that's all I got to say on that. So now to other things. I ended up going up to him, and I had like this little customized birthday bag. It was all rainbow colored, and it had like a big star on it that said happy birthday, and it had a bow on it, and I forgot to show him that it actually has a little switch and it lights up. But yeah, like I got up to him and I went to go hand him this bag of goodies, and he went to go sign it, and I went, no, 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 no. And I was like, that's for you. And he's like, for me? And I was like, yeah, it's for you. And he goes, oh. So I handed it to him, and I didn't get to see his reaction to open the gifts because, well, they were wrapped. I didn't want to just have them, out in the open. I wanted them to be wrapped, because that's just how I am. I'm very sentimental with things, and when I give a gift to somebody, like, I like it to be, wrapped all pretty and whatever. So, they were wrapped except for one. That was the Minecraft figure, because I didn't have enough wrapping paper on me. So I was like, crap. So I ended up putting that also in the bag, and he was just looking at me like, like, wow, like I'm getting spoiled over here. And um, that was when I had also told him that I had a tribute tattoo that I was getting done for him. And he was like, what? No way. And I was like, yep. And I showed him my tattoo that had, Tiny Box Tim, and it has him doing the double finger defense. And I had my little squirrel in the front. And I don't know if you could see him, but there he is. And I have my Tiny Box Tim. And I have Ness somewhere. Yeah, he's right there with the yo-yo. He's upside down, but, and then I have another little tiny box Tim right there. But I'll have better shots of it later. Cause yeah, like twisting and turning my arm, like kind of hurts just kind of to show you guys. But this is the sleeve that I'm, piecing together for him. And he was really thrilled by it. And he was telling me like, wow, oh my God, that's awesome. And he's like, thank you so much. It's like, I will let you know when it's done. And, yeah, because I'm incorporating a whole entire sleeve. I'm getting a lot more done. Like, I'm going to get the rest of them again put up here. And Wade told me on Sunday when I saw him again, he was like, you better tweet that at me. And I was just like, I will. Ow, I just hit myself with my glasses. I was like, bonk, hi, how's it going? But anyway, then he also noticed my Tiny Box Tim hoodie that I was wearing. And he's like, where'd you get your Tiny Box Tim? And I was just like, oh, I got it on Redbubble. And he goes, oh, that's Vico Rano's Tiny Box Tim, isn't it? And I was like, yup. He's like, that's really cool. And of course, I gave him a hug and I got a picture with him. And oh my God, like I'm going total cyborg over here. I hate this. um, So yeah, anyway, I got a picture with him and I gave him a hug and I was like really happy. And then like before I had said goodbye, I told him that I was on YouTube also and that he was my inspiration for it, for me starting, and that I had been working really hard and trying my best, with what I have. And I just remember he turned and gave me like the sweetest smile ever. It was so cute. I wish I got a picture of it, but he like smiled at me so sweetly. And he told me that he wished me all the best of luck. And when that happened, I walked away, like I waved goodbye, and I just walked away with like the biggest smile on my face. And my heart was like on cloud nine, because to be told something like that from somebody that you really look up to, it has more impact and effect than you would think. And the whole rest of the day, I was all smiles and my heart was just literally on fluttering cloud nine. I was just like, oh my God. Like I got wished the best of luck by my hero, Markiplier. That is awesome. And I just got to meet all the rest of the guys too. Then I was on a mission to find Tyler because I had a little Link plush that I wanted to give him because I know he's like total Zelda fanatic. And who doesn't love Legend of Zelda? That's like totally classic stuff right there. And so I had to go find him and I walked right past him. Goes to show I really don't know to see them from a distance. I was just like, he was right there by the sideline and I walked right freaking past him. And so I backtracked and I ended up seeing him and I was like, oh my God, Tyler. And he was giving a hug to a little kid. So I stood there waiting. And then that's when he saw me and I'm all short, and he's like, you want me to kneel down too? And I was like, ah, ha, ha, ha. It's like when I gave him a hug. And I just told him, like, I just thought it was so cool, like what he does. And that I was happy for him, having such great friends. And I told him that I had a gift for him and I showed him the Link plush and he was like, oh my God, that's so awesome. He's like, thank you. He's like, I just want to like get a little pin and like stick it on my shirt and wear it in front and be like, hey, I got a little buddy. I was like, oh my gosh. And he's like, hey, at the panel, I'm actually going to be wearing my Legend of Zelda t-shirt. And I was like, awesome. So I got a hug with him and a picture and I made it real brief and then I went on my way. And the rest of the day I was just so happy because I got to meet all of those guys and I could not stop smiling throughout the entire day. Like, I was so happy. However, nobody really noticed my cosplay, which is okay. You know, I kind of spaced out and I forgot to show Mark, but I will show you guys. I actually was dressed up as Mark's nurse. I was supposed to be the whole shut up nurse thing, and I'm surprised I didn't take notice of my lanyard. Because, like, I mean, look at this. It's all green with mustaches on it. And like the badge ID was actually my idea, and my best friend Rachel, she ended up drawing this for me. And so I will show you guys. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? So, like, of course we all know that this is Mark, this is me, and in the middle here is my friend Rachel being the victim. And then, of course, right here is my YouTube name. And it says, oh, doctor. And right here it says, shut up, nurse. I'm a doctor. I know what's best. And it has Markiplier's nurse up at the top. See? Red for him, pink for me. And yeah, it was all green and everything because, I mean, green's my favorite color. Pink's my secondary favorite color. And I just thought it was a really cute idea. But unfortunately, everybody thought I was a real nurse off work. I was like, I wish I was a certified nurse. Shit, that'd be cool. But it's not that way. So anyway, I got a really cool picture with all of those guys, and it was just the best time of my life. So, ouch, sorry, I have to kind of move here. It's kind of uncomfortable. So yeah, like I was saying, I had a great time while I was at Indy PopCon. There were some hiccups that happened, you know, of unfortunate events that happened on Saturday. Just simply because, like, well, I was technically abandoned, because I met these two girls on Friday, and they seemed really nice when I met them. However, when I went to go meet up with them on Saturday, they only hung out with me in the morning, but they were giving me kind of like that brush off attitude, and it was really just unsettling, and I didn't understand what I was doing that was so wrong. You know, I'm sorry that they found me to be someone they didn't want to get to know, and you know, it's sad. You have your group that there's people who are really cool and will accept you regardless, and then there's others out there that, you know, they just can't handle different people, and that's how it was. I was just being myself, trying to have a good time, and they pretty much made up a white lie story and abandoned me in the middle of like the booths where everything was, and I had an anxiety overload. I was overwhelmed. I was left alone and confused. It's kind of like that scenario where, like, you're that unwanted little puppy dog that nobody wants, and they just drive you out in the middle of the, you know, they drive you out in the middle of the woods, out in the middle of nowhere, and they just kind of like kick you out of the car, and they drive off, and you're just left there alone and confused, and you just kind of lie down and wait for death, you know? And that's how it felt for me. I felt really just abandoned and confused, and it made me feel really bad. But I mean, it's okay. Well, I mean, it's not really okay, but I mean, like, I'll be okay. Like, you know, I realized that everyone's different, and unfortunately, I was just someone that they didn't want to get to know, and that's fine. You know, I forgive them, and I'm sorry that you guys felt that way about me, but I'm actually a really good person, and you know, it's unfortunate you guys couldn't see that about me, so I wish you all the best of luck in your life. That's all I can say. Just hopefully you don't continue to treat people that way, like how you treated me, because it won't get you anywhere being mean to people like that. That's all I have to say on that. So, after that unfortunate event, it was also unfortunate at the panel, because I ended up not really getting to see the guys again. I didn't even get seated. I was VIP, having to stand in the way back, and I couldn't see anything except the lights on them. And it was hard because I couldn't get like really good pictures or any video shots of them. So I was kind of a little bummed out. But I mean, I I made do with what I could. And the little parts that I could hear and that I could see, I was, at least grateful that I got to see some of it. Because yes, I'm short. I'm only 5'1", and there was a lot of people that were jumping in front of me and pushing me even further to the back. And people had like props, so they like had them all on my face, and I was getting overwhelmed and upset because the people that I was next to were shouting out a lot of rude things, and it just made me really just sad, and I was getting angry because I wanted to turn around and just tell them like to shut up, but I didn't want to be rude. But it's just that, like, when I'm trying to sit there and stand, I was trying to stand there and enjoy, seeing my heroes like do a panel, and I had to hear like all these stupid things about, oh, I ship it and blah blah blah, and all these sex comments, and like them whisper talking about stuff. Like, I heard like some really bad things, and it just really it broke my heart because like I was so disgusted with the lack of respect, that they show those guys. And like when I left the panel, I just was so disappointed. Not because of the guys or the staff, because I know that they were trying their best, and I'm really happy for that. But just the people that I was stuck next to, like, that was just the rudest thing I've ever had to be around, and it made me feel really bad. So that was the other unfortunate event that happened on Saturday. So when I went back to the hotel, I was hoping that my last day, Sunday, would be better. And even though I didn't get to see the guys again, because I was there in the morning, but when I got there, they had like the meanest sign ever, which was this. Yeah, I mean, like, it was so mean, and like I just was so sad because I wanted, to see the guys, and I was like I couldn't, so I was still kind of disappointed, but I still tried to, push through my day, like whatever, I'll be all right. And I ended up, just like going dressed up as Minnie Mouse, and I was like, all right, this is gonna be my redemption day, and it was. As even though I didn't get to see the guys on Sunday, I got to at least, get noticed by a lot of people, and especially kids. And it made me really happy because I was getting like hugs and like high fives, and like kids were like gripping onto me for like dear life. Like they'd come up and like grab me by the back of my legs, and I'm like, Minnie Mouse, and like everyone was all happy. And I had like, mothers or fathers like stopping me and asking if they could get a picture of me, for like their daughter or their son or whatever. And I was just like, yeah, sure, like, of course. I'm not gonna turn down people. I'm like, yeah, of course I'll take a picture for you. And so like they went and took pictures of me, and it was really great. Now, the most epic, funniest thing happened, but I did not get it on video, and I'm so sorry. But I have the memory in my head, because I was there and I was the one who did this, and I won't forget this. I cannot forget this. But I did not have enough data on my phone to be able to record it, so I was really disappointed. I was hoping somebody would have caught it. But I was stopped by the little robot carts. They had stopped me, and they're like, hey, Minnie, can we get a picture of you driving one of our carts? And I was just like, and I was all happy, I was being silent. I wasn't talking. I was just doing the whole, so yeah, like facial expressions. Except I couldn't really move my face because it was all made of foam. So, but they handed me the control, and everything went bad. I was just like, oh God, I'm glad nobody really got hurt in the process, but the way it happened was so epic. Like, it was just epic. They gave me this joystick remote control, and they told me, okay, you have to push this button here and this button at the same time. So I was like, okay. And I revved it up and I didn't realize that. And I went to move the joystick to the right. And when I did, all I heard was boom, and I just saw this white disc fly and this guy like fucking balled over. And I was just like, oh, I hit the controller and I was just like, oh my God. And I'm so sorry. I was like, I was laughing, and I was just like, because I knelt down and I was covering my eyes, and I was like, no, and I was just like, why? Because what happened was, I moved the cart, right, and it hit the back of something. I don't know what, but it hit something, and I hit the guy that was in the back, and it flung a frisbee. I hit the guy in the nuts. And then the other frisbee freaking flew off and hit something and bounced off and it came back. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just kept covering my little eyes and I was just like, oh my God, why? I fell to my knees and I was like, why? It was the best ever. I wish I could have got it on film for you guys, but it was the best ever. And I, and I asked my friend, I was like, was the guy okay? Was he okay? Oh my God. Because I was so ashamed. I didn't want to take my head off and be like, hi, I'm the dumbass that hit you. I'm sorry. But my friend was like, no. He's like, they were laughing hysterically. Like, they were all smiles. The guy was fine. He's like, you didn't hit him hard enough to damage him. I'm like, oh, thank God. I was like, I thought they were mad at me. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But that was my epic fail of the day. I was just like, oh my God. It was great though. It was just great because I it was to say like, don't trust me with remote controls because you will get beamed in the balls. I'm so sorry to the person that I hit. Like, if you see this video, please know that this Minnie Mouse is sincerely sorry. I did not mean to damage your future children. Just, I'm sorry. But like, anyways. Okay. I'm gonna go out of cyborg mode now. You get to see my pretty little eyes. So, anyway, yeah, so that happened. That was a thing. It happened. If you don't believe me, you can go and ask my friend CJ on Facebook because it did happen. And CJ, you definitely know because you were there. You were standing right next to me. So, anyways, that was my epic fail of the day. And I just kind of did my little dancing jig as I moved far away from that place. I was just like, hi, sorry. I need to make a cake and like send it to them and be like, sorry, I damaged your future children. And make it out of a frisbee because that's what I hit him with. I'm so sorry. It's not funny, but it is. Anyway, so I got to, take pictures with all these kids, and I was walking around having a good time. And at the end of the day, that was when I actually was trying to find Wade's card, and I couldn't, so like I had said, I had walked out of the right hallway doors at the right time because when I walked out, my friend Aaron Robinson was standing there, and he was like, he's looking at me, and I was like, what? And he's like, like just trying to like do like lip talking, and I was just like, what the fuck? And then I turned, and as soon as I came around the corner, I saw Wade, and I was like, oh, and I froze, and I was like, wait a minute, I was like, I already met you on Friday, why the hell am I frozen? And it happened. I was like, Minnie Mouse popsicle mode. And like I froze, and that was when my friend asked him if I can get a picture in one of his cards, and he gave me the card, and like I showed you, he signed it. Then Molly appeared out of nowhere, and I got a picture with her as well, and she also signed it. So like I was completely just thrilled and happy that that happened, and I could not be happier than that day just coming to an end and getting to see those two. It was completely a thrill getting to talk to them for more than just a few minutes. And Wade took multiple pictures of me, which I definitely will show at the end, I do promise. Um, and it was great. And I just remember that like before he left, I had actually asked him to like tell Mark that if Mark could actually tweet me or message me somehow to let me know about one of the gifts that I gave him, which was a 20-page customized black storybook that was for his birthday. And it was a little customized story about how he changed my life. And I just wanted to know that he got to read it and what he felt about it. So I asked Wade if he could at least let Mark know. And he said, well, I can't really, guarantee any promises, but I definitely will let him know. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. Thank you. And that was when like one of the staff members had overheard me, and she came and told me, she's like, I remember, like, you had given him the big birthday bag, right? And I was like, yes. And she goes, I remember seeing him going back and forth looking at the gifts, and he was actually really interested looking at this book. And I was just like, oh my God, really? And that made my entire night. The rest of the night, I was giddy as a schoolgirl. I could not stop smiling. I was all like bright lit up in the face, and I was just happy, like a little June bug butterfly. I was just like, yee! So yeah, it's like I was really happy for the rest of that night, and I couldn't even sleep. When I went back to the airport on Monday morning, I was dragging like a zombie, Walking Dead zombie. I was just like, because I could not like function. I was so tired. I was just like, ugh. But I got to go, back home on Monday. But before I forget, there was one thing at the con that I did get as a souvenir for myself because, well, I have a weakness for stuffed animals, and because I don't have a significant other in my life, I decided to just kind of treat myself. I am not a big Brony, Pegasus, whatever the hell you call it now these days, but I am not like this big My Little Pony fan, but I used to collect them when I was a kid, from like probably the ages of like 4 or 5 to like about 9, and then I kind of got out of the whole pony phase. But I cannot pass up cute stuffed animals, and I tend to like Fluttershy because she kind of reminds me of me. She's really cute and she's really shy, but she's also really like just out of control derp, and she is pink and yellow, and I love it because like she's also super soft too. Oh my gosh. And like I just couldn't pass her up because I mean look at this. Like she has just all the pink flails going on, and she's got little butterflies on her butt. Like I can't tell if you can see that, but oh wait. Yeah, see she's got little butterflies on her booty. Like these cute little wings. And yeah, like she was just like so cute. She was just standing there on the shelf just staring at me, and I just couldn't pass her up. She was like, take me home, take me home. And I was just like, yes, you're mine, come to me. And like I ended up buying her, and I just could not be happier. I love it because yeah, Fluttershy is me. Yay. So yeah, this is my Fluttershy, and I just, like I said, I have a weakness, soft spot for stuffed animals. I really love them. So like just having this when I got to go back home was really comforting. I kept dozing on and off while I was on the plane, and it just helped me to like feel relaxed going home. Because sometimes when I'm on planes, I get nervous, especially when I'm alone. So like a stuffed animal for me is like a companion and like a best friend, and like they're just so cute. You can't pass them up. Because I mean, look at that. Like who could ignore such a pretty face like that? She's so cute. She's so cute, aren't you, Fluttershy? Yay! So yeah, Fluttershy is mine. You can't have her. She's mine. But yeah, this was like one of the coolest things I got there, and I love it. As if you can't tell, I love stuffed animals. I have skull animals and an elephant and all that stuff. I have tons more hiding in boxes somewhere. So yay! So this is where I'm gonna cut it here, and I hope you guys all enjoyed my little video of my Indy PopCon experience of the year 2015. Hopefully another one in 2016. And you guys all know the drill. This is where I end up going off into another adventure for something else in the future. So until the next time and until the next video, bye-bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.